is painful to watch. Okay, I watched the 3 Code Geass movies like 2 weeks ago. I was pushing back this moment. And I was not sure about uploading my reaction to them, but it's more like me ranting about these movies and the lot of things that doesn't make sense in them. So I didn't know if I should upload it because also it has a horrible lighting, like it looks really bad, especially when I watch the first movie. My hair looks bad, I look bad, it's really bad. I think the video, so I apologize for that. I watched them because, well, I think it was necessary in order to understand the Resurrection movie that I am watching right now. So that's why I'm doing this intro for this other video, because I didn't have a proper intro for it. What else I should say? Well, that's it. I think it was necessary to understand this movie because they changed some things, especially about Shirley. The other change is that nothing makes sense. Honestly, I'm sorry. But that's just this intro and the movie. I actually found this introduction like well done. Short summary of what happened. I like that we saw like young Princess Cornelia, Euphemia. I think Sneisel was there too. I can see here like Susaku didn't like Luch at first. I saw that in the picture drama. It was interesting how they said that they were hoping that war could be avoided, knowing that the princess and Prince Luch were in Japan. I don't remember that information being said in the show, which is interesting because I always thought that nobody knew that Nana Lee and Lelouch were there. This was cool in the show because I didn't know that Lelouch was a prince. So it was a surprising thing when he said, "I'm your brother, 17 prince in line, whatever." But now we had the introduction first of Lelouch being. I think that is new. I don't remember Carlin telling Ogi that she was suspecting Lelouch to be the voice that took them. Was Sneisel this early in the anime? That was all different. Now Todo just appeared. I remember that Todo was built up through several episodes. I was saying that he was the one that made a miracle. And now they just mention it. We wish Todo were here. And then immediately we saw Todo heading to that place. Why he should be around there? Now this is so bad. Yeah, Shirley and Lelouch's relationship went to the trash. Not surprised. Jeremiah just randomly shooting Villeta there. I mean, it was so cool how Shirley discovered Lelouch's identity and followed him and decided to shoot Villeta to save him, proving that she loves him. I'm talking too much. This is different when he is with the Japan Liberation Front thing. Okay. Was he shredding Luch like files? He knows more. Why is she just randomly following him? But what's the point of showing this? This was the hotel where they had Princess Euphemia as a hostage. That pizza looks great. So the creation of the Black Knight is just off screen now. Okay, just quick comments about what I just saw. Is it bad? Yes, it is bad. I understood everything, of course, because I saw the anime of Code Geass, but I don't think that people that have only watched this can really understand like a lot of the characters and their motivations. We barely see why Susaku thinks like that, and now he is just like an idiot because he didn't want Zero to save him. But I don't think we touch about his motives or more why he thinks like that, or even his friendship with Lelouch. And now that they discover him, it's like no, not that impactful, because we cannot really see how Lelouch and Susaku are friends. Of course, they could everything about Shirley and Lelouch. I'm not surprised, but it's disappointing because one of my favorite parts of the show was when Shirley discovered Lelouch's identity and she decided to shoot Villeta in order to save him. That was super cool. So I'm guessing they are going to cut everything about Mao, and of course that's didn't even was like connected to the main plot, so it's obviously going to be cut off. The relationship between Susaku and Princess Euphemia, which is the most beautiful part of the whole series. I am so in love with their love, but now they just like met and walk together like for 5 minutes, and then Cecilia and Lloyd told him, "Oh, this is the princess," and he was the princess, and they never spoke again. So I don't know what is going to happen if we are going to have the thing with the Euphemia and the Japanese zone. I forgot the name, but you know, that horrible part. I guess it's going to be there because it was such an important part in the plot and in Lelouch character development. But without her relationship with Susaku, maybe it's a little implied, but not clear. They definitely developed anything about them. They didn't develop nothing, but I can see how they are focusing in Luch and C2 scenes, because I think that in the last movie they are going to be like a couple for real, or being in love. Also, the creation of the Black Knights off screen and how they presented to the world. You know, they gained sympathy of the public when they rescued the Britannians from the hotel that was hijacked. He wanted to show the world that they were not like bad people, that they were going to help whoever is in need, being Japanese or being Britannian, that they were not against Britannia per se. But now there is not there. They say that they were the Knights of Justice or something, but never explained. Todo, so random. They could have cut Todo at all, because he didn't do anything like impressive. They didn't even build him up like in this show, like, oh, the Todo, the miracle maker, whatever he did 7 years ago. and now he appeared and he got captured and then he got rescued. Like everything was too fast, and the other thing that was so random was Shirley just following Lelouch inside the store, and then that it seemed like the ghetto. That is completely unnecessary. I don't know why is there, and if they are going to do something with her, but I think that they should like just cut everything about her if they were not going to put their romantic subplot of them. And then that song, it was. I guess it was an okay song. I don't know anything about music. No, but I think that song like showed how people support the Black Knights and Zero, and they have this montage of their battles of the Black Knights against Britannian, and that was it. Let's watch the next one. Let's watch the second one. It's called Transgression. And now she's making Susaku her knight without any reason. Yeah, I'm pretty confused. Are you supposed to watch the main series to understand this? I thought that these movies were like a new universe. How can I explain that? I mean, if they are changing things for this movie, that means it's another universe, another thing, because some things are being different, like Diet Hard shooting Villeta. So you are not supposed to watch the main series in order to understand these movies. But if you don't watch the show, how you understand why Euphemia wants Susaku as her knight? This doesn't make any sense. So Susaku disobeyed the orders of holding Zero in that pit while they bomb them, and nothing is going to happen to him because Euphemia is going to get mad. So since we don't have Arthur, we have that cosplay of Arthur. He wants to keep trying to persuade her. When he started, never, because they didn't went to the island. She was supposed to already know that Lelouch is Zero. Does she know? It wouldn't make any sense if she knows. I was wondering if they were going to put Nina's obsession with Euphemia somehow, and now yes, because they know each other because she won something, which is absolutely different from being saved by her 2 times. Oh, and their marriage also came out of nowhere. Why is she too upset about the pizza? I think I haven't seen her eating pizza. Why Nina is going crazy at that moment. Here we go. Zero is not there because you forgot to invite him. Now she's saying that she did this because of Nanali, but she learned that she was still alive after she had already the idea of creating this Nippon sun. No impact at all. We have seen Yuffie like for 36 seconds so far, so how you are supposed to care about what happened to her? So why is Nina obsessed with Euphemia? Because they met once? Oh, is Arthur there? No, I'm falling asleep. Why do you have to avenge Euphemia-sama, Nina? How are they going to do the transition from season 1 and season 2? Like, this was like a super cliffhanger, and this is like half of the movie. Well, it's kind of interesting how they are showing how they have to retreat after they lost this battle. Her Highness Princess Nana Libby Britannia, who had been long missing due to the Oriental incident, is alive. It appears... What the... Oh, the subtitles again are so weird. Okay, let's read the article. Shortly after her Highness Princess Nana Libby Britannia, who had been missing, was safely taken into protective custody. She disappeared during the Far East incident, and it was later revealed that Kyoto had taken her hostage. Well, this is very different. Please stop the music. I cannot understand the freaking subtitles. God have mercy. What is going on here? So what the heck? Why they had to erase his memory if nothing was going to happen? So they introduced my boy Rolo and say he's going to be the little brother, but we haven't seen anything really about him or what is he doing as his little brother, so it doesn't make any freaking sense. Man, I don't see anyone that haven't seen the anime understanding what the fuck. No, he doesn't. That's so stupid. But he never put a Geass on Shirley. What was that? Oh, it's a ninja. Sayako. Why is he giving him that present in that moment? He should know at this moment that he is not his brother. And was Jeremiah the one with them? Yes, what the fuck is he doing with them already? Man, this doesn't make any sense. This is painful to watch. Oh, are you going to explain? And how But why? No. We haven't even seen his Geass. And now Jeremiah went to save Cornelia. Isn't he supposed to be on Lelouch's side and not Cornelius? He must be Zero. My boy, you discovered the maid ninja. Of course he's Zero. Is she going to lose her memory too? I won't even say anything about this because this United Federation nation is like came out of nowhere. Yeah, who the heck is Shinke? We haven't seen him done anything. Well, he appears in a screen at some moment, but what? Empress Tianxi. Just randomly they said, oh, she was going to get married to Prince Odysseus, but not anymore. That was. I remember this part was so cool. I was so excited watching this, and this I don't even know how this happened. Oh, nice Euphemia painting. You must face Luch. Jesus Christ, finally over. I don't have anything to say about this. This movie didn't make any sense at all. Everything happened like this fast, or just didn't happen. How Jeremiah turned sides, and why Nina is suddenly just working with them. I mean, with Britannia. Next one. This is. I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. Why Luch gave him the thingy for this cell phone when he already had his memories back? And I think it's the first time we see how Rolo is thinking. Shouldn't she be dead by this time? I don't remember. I think she's dead. I mean, surely by this time. Am I wrong? He did give it when he already had his memories. Where is the crazy laugh? So Susaku just killed like 25 million people and he is just like a little sad and not maniatic crazy. I don't remember if they ever called C to Code R in the show. It could be just the translation. Yes, they haven't heard him yet. They haven't talked about what he did with his Geass. I mean, just because he has this power doesn't mean necessarily that he is the enemy of Japan and the Black Knights. Because the thing that turned the Black Knights against him was knowing that he commanded Euphemia to kill all the Japanese, and they didn't say anything about that. They didn't even let him explain himself. Even if he was going to say, yes, I did it on purpose, they didn't explain that. And Rolo, my boy, is dying, and it's like no emotion whatsoever, because we never saw him and we never saw what he was thinking, why he was doing this, and what was Lelouch thinking about him. Just at the very end, that suddenly it turns out that Lelouch hated him because he was an imposter, but why he was an imposter, exactly what was going on, that was never explained. And going back to the revelation of Lush being Zero and the Britannian prince, it doesn't make any sense because they didn't like show the. I mean, Snyder and Cornelia never showed the Black Knights the proof that even with that Geass, he was using them. As far as they know, all his Geass power has been on their benefit. And now Baby Rhoda is dying. And there is no emotion really because we don't know him. Someone that watched this without watching the anime just won't understand, won't feel anything. I don't even remember if they hold hands like that in the anime, but I know that they are trying to build Luch and C2 relationship in these movies. It would have been nice to know more about her. We didn't saw her backstory, for example, and how he become that. And now Jeremiah is using his Geass canceller thing, but it was never mentioned before, so how is people going to know that he is going to cancel her Geass? And now, yes, it used that, but it's never explained. It used it on Shirley, but we never saw Shirley getting the Geass. Why did they put her in that platform full of stairs in the first place? All Hail Luch. Where is Susaku music?
Okay, this is the thing. I think that the first hour of the first movie and the last hour of this movie were not that bad. But in the middle, how they had to cram all that story, it was bad, but extremely bad because the story doesn't make sense. It's just they start throwing information and with no explanations or anything. They never really explain the friendship between Susaku and Luch, which is very important for him. They don't even explain very well their motivation, especially Susaku. For all in France, are they in France? What is going on? But why is Zero helmet there? Zero was not destroyed. It's not so sad to the new Zero. That doesn't make sense. The helmet in there. But still, I'm going to watch the Resurrection movie very soon.